Welcome back to the channel. Today we dive deep into the high-stakes drama unfolding in Ann Arbor, where the NCAA Committee on Infractions has grilled Michigan officials, putting the Wolverines' football future in serious jeopardy. With the program's reputation, coaching staff, and even postseason eligibility hanging in the balance. Let's break down what happened, what it means, and where Michigan goes from here. Let's start with the basics. The Michigan Wolverines, fresh off a national championship and years of dominance, are now at the center of a major NCAA investigation. The core of the scandal? Allegations of advanced scouting and sign stealing, all tied to former staffer Connor Stalions. According to multiple reports, Stalions allegedly orchestrated an elaborate scheme involving the purchase of tickets to over 30 games at 11 different Big Ten stadiums over the past 3 seasons, including 12 Ohio State games alone. He used his own credit card to buy these tickets, often selecting seats on the opposite sideline from the target team's bench, ideally positioned between the 40 and 50-yard lines for optimal viewing. In some cases, Stalions is accused of transferring or reselling the tickets to third parties, who would then attend the games and film opponents' sidelines, hoping to decipher their play calls and signals. The investigation was triggered not by a whistleblower within the program, but by an outside firm that presented the NCAA with a trove of evidence. This included computer drives maintained by multiple Michigan coaches, videos, photographs, and documented plans and budgets for impermissible scouting. The evidence suggested that Stalions was not acting alone, raising questions about how many within the Michigan staff were aware of or complicit in the operation. This all came to light during Michigan's undefeated 2023 season, casting a shadow over their accomplishments and putting their national title under intense scrutiny. The NCAA's bylaw 11.6.1 expressly prohibits off-campus, in-person scouting of future opponents in the same season, and the use of video equipment to record signals is a clear violation. The gravity of these allegations cannot be overstated, as they strike at the heart of competitive integrity in college football. Fast forward to this past weekend. Representatives from Michigan, including current head coach Sherrone Moore, appeared before the NCAA enforcement staff and the Division I Committee on Infractions for a 2-day hearing. In a dramatic twist, Connor Stalions himself was seen entering the hearing, dressed in a suit, a move that indicates he may be cooperating with investigators, possibly in an effort to defend Michigan's program, or to rehabilitate his own reputation within college football circles. So, what's at stake? The NCAA is weighing a broad spectrum of penalties for Michigan's football program in light of the sign stealing and advanced scouting scandal. These range from financial penalties and recruiting restrictions to more severe measures like scholarship reductions. The possibility of a postseason ban has been widely discussed, especially given Michigan's status as a repeat offender and the seriousness of the Level 1 violations involved. But most insiders, including Michigan's athletic director and NCAA president Charlie Baker, believe that such a drastic step is unlikely at this stage. Importantly, Baker has already clarified that Michigan's recent national championship is considered legitimate and will not be vacated, regardless of the outcome of the investigation. However, the situation remains highly fluid. The 2-game suspension for head coach Sherrone Moore was self-imposed by the university, not mandated by the NCAA. Many observers, including ESPN's Pete Thamel, view this as a preliminary gesture, a starting point in what amounts to a negotiation with the NCAA. Thamel and other analysts anticipate that the NCAA will likely increase Moore's suspension, potentially to 4 or even 6 games as part of a more comprehensive set of sanctions. The NCAA's final decision is expected within about 45 days of the recent hearings, which could impact Michigan's 2025 season. As for the individuals at the heart of the scandal, Jim Harbaugh and Connor Stalions are expected to face the harshest penalties. Harbaugh, who is now coaching in the NFL, is already subject to a 4-year show cause penalty for previous violations, a sanction that could be extended or doubled in light of the new findings. Stalions, who has been central to the allegations, appears to have accepted responsibility for his actions, possibly in an attempt to shield others within the program. Nevertheless, his prospects for returning to college football are now in serious jeopardy. The broader impact of these penalties could be significant, not just for Michigan's immediate competitiveness, but for the program's reputation and its ability to recruit top talent in the future. The NCAA's ruling will also serve as a high-profile reminder of the increasing scrutiny on compliance and integrity within college athletics. especially as the playoff system expands and the stakes grow even higher. Beyond the immediate penalties, the scandal has reignited intense debates about Michigan's reputation within college football. Historically, many analysts and fans have viewed the Wolverines as a program that runs a relatively clean and disciplined operation compared to some of their Big Ten and national rivals. This perception is especially strong in the current era of college athletics, where the name, image, and likeness, NIL, rules and transfer portal have brought unprecedented transparency and scrutiny to recruiting and player movement. Michigan's adherence to compliance protocols and its emphasis on integrity have often been cited as strengths that set it apart from programs with more controversial histories. However, this scandal complicates that narrative. Michigan is already on NCAA probation from previous infractions, which means the Committee on Infractions may consider the program a repeat offender. This status could weigh heavily in the committee's deliberations, potentially leading to harsher sanctions than if this were a first-time violation. Repeat offender status signals to the NCAA that the program has failed to fully correct its compliance issues, raising questions about institutional control and oversight. The NCAA tends to impose stiffer penalties on programs with a history of violations, which means Michigan could face more severe consequences than initially anticipated. Despite the turmoil and uncertainty, there remains a strong sense among Michigan's fan base, players, and many analysts that the program is eager to move forward and restore its standing. On the field, the Wolverines continue to demonstrate their strength and resilience. Their recent success includes an undefeated 2023 season, culminating in a national championship, underscoring the team's elite competitive level. Recruiting remains a bright spot, highlighted by the high-profile flip of top quarterback Bryce Underwood, signaling that Michigan's allure to top talent remains intact. Leadership under head coach Sherrone Moore, now in his second season, has been praised for maintaining focus and stability amid the ongoing investigation. However, the scandal has also fueled a sense of disrespect and skepticism from some national analysts and commentators, who question the program's integrity and future prospects. This external doubt has only intensified the Wolverines' determination to prove themselves, not just through wins on the field, but by demonstrating accountability and a commitment to clean competition. The program's response in the coming months will be critical in shaping public perception and rebuilding trust with fans, recruits, and the broader college football community. In summary, while the investigation casts a shadow over Michigan's storied legacy, the Wolverines remain a powerhouse with a rich history of success and resilience. Their ability to navigate this crisis, uphold their traditions, and adapt to modern challenges will define the next chapter of Michigan football. The key for Michigan now is narrative control. How the university handles the fallout through transparency, accountability, and strong leadership will determine whether this is a temporary setback or the start of a deeper crisis. As always, we'll keep you updated as the NCAA's final decision comes down. What do you think? Is Michigan being unfairly targeted, or is the punishment justified? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest analysis on college football's biggest stories. Thanks for watching, and go Blue!